Today, I'm going to talk to you about busing. Transportation to and from school should not be complicated, but somehow every year districts continue to make it so for special needs families. Under New York State education law, the district is required to provide special education up to a distance of 50 miles to and from a non-public school if the IEP team has identified the student as requiring special education services and if the child attends a non-public school for the purpose of receiving services or programs similar to those recommended by the CSE. In New York City, transportation is handled by OPT, the Office of Pupil Transportation. OPT is notoriously difficult to deal with and hard to get in touch with, even sometimes for the DOE's own employees and other departments. Dealing with them often takes patience and persistence, and you should make sure to document everything using the tips from our Communicating with the District video. No matter what district you are dealing with, remember the following. Transportation does not need to be noted on your child's IEP for them to be entitled to a bus. The transportation section in your child's IEP is entitled Special Transportation for a reason. This portion of the IEP is meant to list any transportation accommodations that your child requires, such as limited time travel, a mini bus or van, a transportation paraprofessional, a wheelchair lift, etc. If the box None is checked off on your child's IEP in this section, it absolutely unequivocally does not mean your child is not entitled to a bus. I cannot emphasize this enough. The district might tell you otherwise, but they are flat out wrong. Do not let them use this as an excuse to not provide your child with transportation. That is the good news. This is the bad news. While it is true that the district often takes the position on this issue that is contrary to the law, forcing them to follow the law often takes a great deal of time. If the district fails to provide you with a bus and your child's actually entitled to one, actually getting your child that bus, even if the district is wrong, can take several weeks or even several months. This is because we have to file a case, get it scheduled, and argue it before the hearing officer. It is not something that can be done overnight. However, if we are able to successfully get you your bus and the hearing officer finds that the district was wrong in not providing your child with one sooner, we most likely can get you reimbursed for any transportation costs that you incurred in the meantime. Because of these difficulties, even though busing is not required to be indicated on your IEP in order for your child to have a right to it, it is my strong advice that you ask your IEP team that the IEP indicate that your child needs special education transportation on the IEP itself. This should not be necessary to provide your child with a bus, but it may allow you to avoid issues down the road. And for that reason, it is critical that you always make sure that you ask for busing at every one of your child's IEP meetings, even if you think you're not going to need it. If the district is not providing you with busing or has not provided you with proper busing accommodations at the beginning of the school year, you should be prepared for a few weeks or up to a few months of having to figure out the logistics of how you're going to work around that issue. But know that if your child has an IEP, there's a good likelihood that the issue should be resolved so that it's not going to be a problem for you going forward. If busing does not appear on your child's IEP, or you have a reason to believe that your child will not be provided with a bus, speak to your attorney over the summer and then again at the beginning of the school year, as well as your child's school, to figure out what can be done specifically in your case and what logistical and legal strategies can be put into place to make this issue as painless as possible. If you have any questions about busing or any other issues regarding your child's special education case, please feel free to call us at our office at 646-741-3030. We look forward to hearing from you.